Well, good evening, darlings, and a very warm welcome indeed to Friday Night Live, the first of our two short but sweet offerings of this week, where we are together for just half an hour, as between us we wave away Friday and we welcome in Saturday, and indeed the weekend with all of the promise that brings. And because we are back at dear old Windy Bottom, we will be doing this in the company of our permanent and perennial pals, a matching pair of his and hers highly powered hedgehogs of truth. I'm struggling to speak. I'm so tired. Oh my God, I'm so tired. We are also being joined by Tootin' Ted the Tenting Tin, who's getting a Mr. Tickle. Ugh. And indeed, oh God, I can't get a word out. And indeed, Sean's box, which has kindly assumed the pounding position and is going to get a 5 pounding because he hasn't been pounded all week, has he? So he's in for a right old scene too. And we have got the community portable electronic telephonic device upon which you could, if you're very quick, leave a voice note for the delectation and delight of your fellow bogs, members of the inner scrotum, and if they're with us, the most elite of the elite, those fabulous penny lickers. Now then, I simply cannot wait to pull my trousers down, dive on top of you and begin the conversational thrusting. But before I do anything of the sort and see who's with us, I'm going to have a slurp of my wine because, my God, I need it. Cheers, darlings, your very good health. Bottoms up, if you're lucky, lads. Up yours, if you're not careful, ladies. Don't be taken unawares. Keep your wits about you. Keep your hands on your halfpenny. That's my advice. And above all, to each and every one of you, with a mixture of joy and sadness to be back in my lovely home for as long as it is my lovely home. But I won't be going to bed and waking up to that view, which was pretty amazing, down to Los Sierra de las Mareras. Yeah, my Spanish hasn't improved much. Get stuffed. Oh, yeah, with all of that coming out my nostrils. Sincerity trumpeting out. Oh, fuck it. Get stuffed. Here we go. And relax. But don't relax too much because you'll go to sleep. God, I'm tired. Excuse me. Wine burp, I'm ashamed to say. Right. Let's scroll back as far as we can in the comments and see who's with us, shall we? Joining us tonight in no particular order of appearance, merit, height or bra size, we have the fabulous Tonic 110, Steve Cold, Peter P, Jimmy Quinn, Carl of the Lockpick, Mandy Muck26, the fabulous Mike P, Paulie Galtieri, the lovely Richard. Angela is with us. Good evening, Angela. We are blessed to be joined by the one and only Mark Passat, the fabulous Mark. Good evening to you. Barry Scrotter is with us, which is always nothing less than a joy. The fabulous Steph is here. How lovely is that? Who else? Who else? Who else? I wonder. Well, we're surely going to find out, aren't we? Food news from Mark Prasad, who had spaghetti. Oh, spaghetti bolognese. Bolognese there. Spaghetti. He had spag bowl. He had spag bowl for tea. I didn't realise it was the opening of the F1 season. It's Grand Prix weekend. It's the Australian Grand Prix. How excited am I? That's a rhetorical question. I'm very excited. But it's not looking good for Aston Martin, is it? It's not looking good for Aston Martin. It's going to be very interesting to see how things play out as we go through this season. I think it's going to be, well, it's bound to be very much a development season. The way things start probably isn't going to be the way things carry on or indeed end. Evening, Boaty and all, says Jonathan. And remember, there's a load of shit going on in the world at the moment, so let's enjoy our nightly escape from it. And what a splendid idea. I am all in favour of that. Josh joins us all the way from New York, and it's wonderful to have you. Thank you, Mandy. Welcome home, Boaty. That's very kind. And that is echoed by the lovely Simone. Hooked on classics, of course. Good evening to you, my lovely. What do you mean the voice notes aren't going through? Oh, I see why. I see why. Give it a few seconds. There we go. The voice note will go through to the community portable electronic telephonic device now. Got in a bit of a rush. I've only been in the cottage for a few minutes. So, as I think you all know, jumped on a plane in Spain. Oh, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Landed at Birmingham. The weather wasn't great. And I power walked to my car and rushed home. Well, didn't rush home, rushed to the restaurant. And I didn't have to give it some stick, I can tell you. I properly gave it some stick. And I got to the restaurant. I was only 4 minutes late. Might have been 5. Might have been 5. And the plane landed very slightly late. And there was a bit of a delay in getting off. So I'm taking that. But what a week. Well, I mean, it's been utterly fabulous. Don't get me wrong, it's been fabulous. I've gained a bit of insight into how I need to deal with stuff emotionally on a day-to-day basis, because the difference in me when I was out there was quite profound, and it's kind of become clear to me that consciously or subconsciously, I've let stuff get to me. And when you take me out of the situation, I'm a slightly different person. Not a completely different person, but a lot of the things that were or are a daily thing in my life here, I've not had them over the last 5 days, and that's been kind of a rather welcome relief. I've also had a series of very late night, early morning, booze-fueled, heart-to-heart chats with with Paul, who I've known for a quarter of a century, as you know. We're close mates, but he's had a life a bit like mine. If he were to be as open as I am and sit night after night and tell you about his life, you'd all be calling him a bullshitter in the same way that some of you accuse me of that. And it's quite cool when you talk to somebody that you've known forever, because we know that we know it's true. We know what we've been through, and we know what each other have been through, because we were there at the time, you know. And he's got a wealth of experience, and he and I are different people. Of course, all people are different. We know that. But he and I deal with things in a very different way. And it was quite interesting that when you're knocking on a bit, as some of us are, not you, like you're all young and vibrant and vigorous and thrusty, but when you've seen a bit of life, when you've learned a bit about people, you recognise stuff in other people. And Paul was kind of telling me how and why I'm reacting to certain things in the way that I am, that I hadn't realised myself. But once he said it, he's absolutely right. A lot of the things that I've been struggling with, he correctly identified why I've been struggling to, emotionally, not physically or logistically, but why I've been struggling to do certain things or accept certain things. And over the space of these 4 nights, as I say, staying up until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, with a fair bit of booze sloshing around, which means that you tend to be quite open. But also, you know, we've talked non-stop during the days as well, because, you know, we've been all over the shop like mad woman's drawers. We've been, we've eaten quite well, driven a fair bit, and we've just talked. And I respect Paul a lot. You have to, really, because he's been through what he's been through, he's done what he's done, and he is where he is now. So, you know, that commands a bit of respect, doesn't it? And he's pinpointed some things in me and suggested other ways to go about stuff that maybe I hadn't thought of. And anyway, the whole thing combined, the getting a break, the break was nice. Emotionally, it's quite a big thing for me. I mean, I know it's only a little thing to jump on a bloody budget flight and sod off to Costa del Blanco for a couple of days. I know that's nothing. I know that you lot do it all the time. But I haven't done it for a while. I mean, I used to do it big style. As you know, I used to be... But that doesn't matter. That's kind of... The fact that I used to do it a lot and I don't do it now is one of the things that's factored into me allowing myself to sink into this rut, because you kind of forget you can do these things. You forget that you can make things happen. You forget that if you've got the nous and a bit of ability or a bit of flair or whatever, you forget that the situation you're in now doesn't have to be the situation you're in next week, next month, or next year. You can grab life by the neck, and that's what I've always done all through my life. And some of the things that Paul has said, I mean, you know, the one thing that made me, he said, you're crap at being poor because you've got no experience, you had no experience in it. And you're rubbish at it. You do everything wrong. You do everything totally wrong because you've got no experience. It, Paul's not had quite had the extremes that I've had. He's not been quite as poor as me, and he wasn't quite as rich as me. But he still had the same ups and downs. But I didn't have my down until, recently, in my 40s. So although I was raised in poverty or near poverty, that's different. That's me as a child. As an adult in control of my own destiny, I've got no experience in being poor, and I've made a complete arse hat of it. I've done everything wrong. So a combination of everything, a bit of. Do you know what? I've only just thought of this now. It's a strange thing. When you're a bit down, and I don't mean you're, oh God, but just generally, when you're a bit down, when you're a bit subpar, you doubt yourself. We've talked about this loads of times, the ego and the id. And when the id takes sway, you doubt yourself. You don't believe in yourself. And this is a daft little thing. Obviously, I do a bit of YouTubing now. Have been doing for a while, you've probably noticed. And I've talked about stuff in the past. Um, and as you know, I do get the comments quite frequently of, have you bollocks, blah, 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 blah. And you kind of believe them. I've spoken about this quite a lot. If you're flying high, it doesn't bother you. But if you're a bit down, the old imposter syndrome sneaks in. And you actually start to doubt yourself. And even though you know those things happened, you think, well, they'll certainly never happen again, because look at me now. And it's made a difference spending a bit of quite intense quality time with somebody who knew you back in the day. And it's kind of, because there's then kind of no question of, did you do this, did you do that? I know you, it's more, right, I remember you did this, I remember you did that, and you can do it again. You've just got to, you've just got to get yourself into the right mind space, and you've got to deal with the situation that you're in now a bit better than you have been. In other words, be better at being poor. Because if you're good at being poor, the argument is that you'll get yourself out of being poor so much sooner, rather than arsing everything up to make sure that you stay poor for bloody longer. So it's been an incredibly enjoyable time, hectic, I'm knackered. I mean, bear in mind it all started with, on Sunday night, it started with a sleepless night. And it's not like I've caught up on that, quite the opposite. I started the week intensely sleep deprived, and I've been sleep deprived every night because we've had our late nights, but I've been getting up in the morning because I'm in Spain. I want to go. So I've been getting up pretty early, and I've been going out for walks. Haven't necessarily filmed them because it was like very early morning and it was a private thought kind of thing. And I wanted that time to explore my thoughts without worrying about making a video kind of thing. This is, well, Paul's still asleep. So I'd go out and I'd walk for an hour around Sector D, and I'd look at all of the houses, villas, whatever you want to call them, see the people, look at the mountains, all of this, that, and the other, and just take some pleasure in the fact that I was there. Not that I made it happen, Paul did, but I allowed it to happen and put myself out of my current comfort zone, but put myself back in to what used to be my comfort zone. Because that used to be my comfort zone, that kind of madness. Um, you know, going without sleep, jumping on a aeroplane, going somewhere you've never been before, not knowing what you, yeah, that. And it's all been a really valuable time. And what I really need to do now is to not allow myself to totally slip back. I need to continue inching forwards rather than slipping back, if that makes any sense. And what I really need to do more than anything else is to sleep for 24 hours. Because how sleep deprived am I? I'm tired after a weekend anyway, as you know. But then to go without sleep entirely on Sunday night and then to spend the whole week, I've been surviving on 4 hours sleep a night. About 4 hours sleep a night when I was sleep deprived anyway. So every day I've just become more and more sleep deprived. And then today, you know, it's another biggie, isn't it? It's pack up the house and everything that you need to do to close up a house in the space of an hour or something. Because Paul wasn't up as early as he could have been this morning, quite honestly. I'd got quite a lot done by the time he wandered out of bed in his silk kimono. Kimono. I can't remember which it is. And I've had some. And then took himself back to bed for breakfast in bed, as he does every morning. Sorry to give away your secrets there, mate. But he does. He gets up in his silk kimono, makes himself breakfast, takes it back to bed, and then reappears about 40 minutes later, which is probably quite a nice way of going about things. I was quite jealous because I don't do that. I wake up, throw on scruffy clothes. I don't shower in the morning. I shower last thing at night and before I go to work. When I wake up, I just wake up, throw on clothes, come downstairs, start work. Yeah, I'll make coffee, I'll make a slice of toast. But I start work as soon as I come down and I'm dressed. I quite like the idea of just taking coffee and, well, a croissant in Paul's case, back to bed and just waking up wonderfully gradually. Ask him why I'll do it and he'll say, well, because I can. And it's a good answer, actually. Why do you do this? Because I can. I'm not sure if I could do it. Once in a blue moon, maybe, because that's kind of not me. Anyway, waffling on. It's been an interesting time and I've got quite a lot of motivation. I'm trying not to get carried away and I'm trying to just internalize the motivation and actualize it and implement it going forward, if that makes any sense. And just again, I said it last night, but a massive thank you to all of you for keeping me company this week and the time running up to it. Did some things come in? Oh, they did. Right, are these today? Okay, let's have a look. Oh, hang on. Oh gosh, that was from ages ago. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Steph. Oh, right, these are current. Here we go. Here we go.
Boaty.
Hello.
Found that box as if you witnessed a fanny fart. But nobody was there. Twat.
I've witnessed many, but not when nobody was there. I've caused a few. Right, let's begin with, shall I do this from a seated position? Let's begin with, he's too turned head the tenting tin, I'm too tired to do this, too turned head the tenting tin, he's too turned head the tenting tin, he's too turned twatting Ted. I've missed this, actually. I missed the boxes and the hedgehogs and all of the nonsense that makes sense to us, but God knows it wouldn't make sense to anybody who tuned in. There we go. 2 Ton Ted has been sated. And right, Sean's box. I haven't got £5 coins. I've been all of a rush, all of a WhatsApp. Went to work straight from the airport, obviously. Took my work clothes with me. Forgot my shoes. I've only got my only took one pair of shoes because I had no luggage, did I? So I got me Clarksy walking-y, what's-it-y thingies, and they don't really go with me work clobber. And as it happens, work were concerned that the plane would be delayed and I wasn't going to get back. So they actually laid on 2 extra people front of house tonight. So we were loaded with stuff. So I stayed in my scruffs, and I've just done deliveries tonight. It's been lovely. I've been the delivery boy. Because I'm in scruffs, I can't go front of house, can I? So it's been great. I've literally just been a delivery boy. And when there were no deliveries, I sat on my ass in my car. It's been brilliant. It's been like a night off. But it was lovely to be back with my family and friends. They did miss me. When I turned my phone off airplane mode after we landed and we were, taxiing onto the apron, as soon as I turned it on, 4 messages from the restaurant. What time will you be here? When has the plane landed yet? What time do you think you'll... Oh my God. Bless them. But it was lovely to be welcomed back. And I've got some nice food to eat tonight because my diet has been very different over the last 5 days. So, yeah, we've got some... Ram made some special food tonight as a welcome back for me, which is very sweet. And I'm looking forward to it. And there is talk because we'll talk. Yeah, there's been initial talk. Ram has been to Spain, loves it. His children have been to Spain, they love it. Ram doesn't want to work forever. There's been a little initial chat about the ridiculously cheap houses there, the fact that there are Nepali people there, the fact that there are successful restaurants there. Ram has already asked if I'll take him out in a month or 2 and spend a couple of days there so that he can have a look around and just see, if there might be some possibilities. Ram seemed to be suggesting that it might be rather more fun for he and I to run a restaurant there than in Ripley. He might have a point. Anyway, right, Sean's box. I haven't got the £5 coins, so I'm going to go in with a £5. So it's not going to get stuck, but it is going to up the value of the box. So I've turned Sean's box turtle. There it is. I will feed it into Sean's box's back bottom. Oh, won't go in like that. Try it like that. And let's try it like that. There we go. It's in. I will close the trap door. And there we are. One box, 5 pounded. Christ, it weighs a ton. So I can't remember how many fivers we've put in there, but it's 2 or 3, isn't it? So the box should have a, oh, and it is really quite full. That box should have a greater value this time round than last time round. And anyway, we've got another doings, I believe. Thank you, Simone, for that.
Well, oh dear. Welcome back, Mr. 22.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Penny Licker 1 is here, but Penny Licker 2 isn't. She's having an early night because
Absent with
she's
that
off out at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh my God.
Jeez. So, anyway, I'll do the doings and give them boxes a good old mighty mist pounding.
Oh, well.
You twat.
Well, I have got £1 coin, so, and I suppose it's quite right that he should get a pounding. That's what he's supposed to have, and he will get it. So thank you, Jen. 1 box, Welsh, Pethcall, £1. 3, 2, 1. How stuck is that? How stuck is that? That is properly stuck. Look, look. No sleight of hand. No. No, still stuck. Well, now it's gone. We're getting close. We are getting close to that magical moment where Sean's box says, can't take anymore. Has somebody done a nice thing? Oh, bless you. Thank you very much. Simply Drone. A super sticker thingamy. Oh, bless you. That's really sweet. Thank you. How do I do a hearty thingy on that? Okay. Oh, hang on. Let's put these on. Oh, I can't see how to do a hearty thingy on it. But, you know, it's... Oh, did somebody else do a nice thing? Oh, Kegon, 1 gifted memberships. Oh, my God. Nice things are going on left, right, and centre. That is exceedingly lovely of you all. Right. Right. We've got a voice note thingamy, Bob. I'll top the wine up, have a voice note, and then we will catch up with the comments and have a look at the nice things. The next voice that you hear will be posh and sexy. Pretty much like the last 2.
Happy birthday to you.
It's not my birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Peter P. Wishing you lots of lemony love and lettuce. Happy birthday to you. Nid con kai kion sono toyateti. On I kasano huva yuta. Mela on o una huaya hauska. Mukasina kaki delta ilalta. Kitos aristas. Kitos gaunista. Toga takaisi and sama I got LCV cola. Mutunut on I go sono o hubertsted. Nakamin. Happy birthday, Peter.
And because I am your actual linguist, I know that that was Dorothy, please trim your minge, translated into Finnish. Peter P, happy birthday. I had no idea because I'm crap at these things. Many, many happy returns. Love from all of us. And thank you for being one of the absolute pillars that keeps this community standing strong and will continue to do so for evermore, pretty much. Happy birthday, wishing you a fabulous day ahead and many happy returns. And well done to the fabulous M11, the one and only, for managing to get a tongue around Peter P's twisted doings, because I wouldn't have fancied having a bash at that, but there we are. That's our Emma. Right, let's jump back into the comments. Paula is with us. Oh, good evening, my lovely. Thank you, Jeff D. Welcome home. Thank you. Crumpled foreskin. Dear oh me. Sir Godfrey Tibbet. Good evening to you, Sir Godfrey. When's the Grand National? No idea. God, we seem to be talking about different things. You seemed way more relaxed. Keg on one. I was. I really was. It's been a very different few days. I was kind of forced into it in many ways, and it was wonderful. I've loved the last few days. I've absolutely loved them. I love that area of Spain because, well, I've always liked Spain whenever I've gone there. Loved it. I love mountains. I love the ocean. All of that kind of thing. I love rural life and rural people. But I loved that weird community. Hated it to begin with. Hated it. But it's kind of fabulous in a weird way. You'd have to do it right. I'll talk about this going forward. But my God, I can see why people do it. And it's so cheap. It's so cheap. I mean, you've seen some of the videos. There's a little bit more for you to see. And you've seen what the houses are like. You know, you think that you can go out there and buy somewhere 15 minutes from amazing beaches, 15 minutes from amazing mountains, a nice 3-bedroom dwelling with roof, a beautiful roof terrace, all of this, that and the other, log burner, air conditioning, all of that. And you think you can go out there and buy that for 60 grand? 60 grand. What can you buy in the UK for £60,000 in terms of a house? Nothing like that, that's for sure. And if you've got a bit more to spend, you know, if you could stretch to 150 grand, which would barely buy you a terraced shithouse here in the UK, then you can have a nice big 4-bedroom place with a huge swimming pool, loads of gardens, blah, blah, blah. And I liked the way that the community worked. Despite myself, I didn't want to like it, and I'm not saying that it would be for me. Not full-time. I could never, ever live there full-time. It would drive me mad. But I can see why people would live there full-time. And I can see why people do, you know, what Paul's doing and have it as a thing. Because I mean, that community thing started in '97. So imagine if way back when you bought one of those things off plan and you bought it for like 30, 40 grand, something like that. And now it's going to be worth 100 grand. And it's so cheap out there. You know, electricity and all of that kind of thing, it's so cheap. That if you had the initial bung, then it's perfectly viable to have a place there an appreciating asset, a great investment, and you head out there 5, 6 times a year or more if you can manage it. You can stay out there for 90 days. You can stay out there for 90 days at a time. I'm not going to go into all of that tonight because it's too late. But there is kind of a lot to discuss. I didn't entirely waste my time out there. I spoke to people. I researched as much as I could because it's a fascinating thing. This little enclave in an unexpected part of Spain where an 8,000 strong community is heavily predominantly British, and all of the businesses are heavily predominantly owned by Indians and staffed by Nepali. And it works. It works, and it works fantastically. And you can't help but get sucked into it, despite yourself. You all saw the first video where I cocked a snook at the whole idea. That little shopping centre thing, you can't fault it because that's a business or a series of businesses providing what the clientele desire. And you can't fault that. You can't fault that. Who am I to talk? We sell chicken tikka masala. But it's the general atmosphere of it. It's lovely. Now, the Indian and Nepali guys, and I work in hospitality, I know when stuff is entirely fake, and I know when it's partly fake, but actually real as well. And you go back to the place that you ate last night, and they welcome you incredibly warmly, and you feel a part of a thing. Yes, you're a customer. Yes, they're a business. But there's a massive community feel to it all. And when you're in your little part of Sector D or whatever it is, there's massive community there as well. Everybody looks out for everybody else, and it's a sense, sadly, it's a sense of community that we no longer get in the UK, or frequently or most often don't get in the UK, where you could live in a community, a village, a town, whatever. You don't know what your neighbours are doing. You don't really know who they are. You don't know if they're ill. You don't spot if they've not been there when they should be there, or any of that kind of thing. They all do out there. Maybe it's because they're in a different country or whatever, but they look out for each other. You know, there are cheery hellos. Somebody walks past your place and you're having your morning coffee and a fag, and they're walking the dog or whatever, then there are cheery greetings. That doesn't always happen in the UK. And it's a nice way of life. It's a nice way to go along. Some people are permanently living there. Other people come and go, like Paul. And the ones who are permanently there, they'll keep an eye on the other places. I mean, I could give you a million examples, but it comes down to a sense of community. And that's what I warmed to. That's what I ended up warming to, because I believe in community. That's what I bang on about every night, giving a shit about the people that are around you. And these guys are doing it, and it's kind of great. And also, you could, perhaps contentiously, argue that for many, it would be a better way of life than being here in the UK. You could own an amazing home where here in the UK, you couldn't afford to own a very much less than amazing home. And the weather's better. Anyway, that's enough of all of that. I will talk about that going forward, though, because it's, yeah. Tricky chaps' portable electric devices. Well, they are indeed. Sir Godfrey Tibbet says, I was given the impression by Mr. Lloyd that Boaty's world was X-rated filth. He seems like rather a charming and pleasant gentleman to me. What, me or Mr. Lloyd? Mr. Lloyd, presuming that you're talking about Mr. Joseph Lloyd of the semi-eponymous YouTube channel, Lloyd Vehicle Consulting, he is an absolutely charming and pleasant gentleman. He has spent an entire day sitting at this chair here, and what a pleasant day it was. If you're talking about me, I'm not so sure. Oh, it was different in the early days, that's fair, that's fair. Oh, well, that's very kind, that's very kind. I'm very fond of Mr. Lloyd, I can't deny it. Cairngorm 1 finished work today, had fish and chips, did shopping, got home and slept for 4 hours and is knackered. I know how you believe. I know how you feel. Boaty, did they miss you at the restaurant? Yes. Yeah, oh my God, yes. I got non-stop messages. And that's lovely. That's lovely because, again, community, family, community. It's nice, isn't it? It's just nice to be in a situation where people around you give a shit. That's nice. And care and make an effort. And not everybody is blessed with that. People have families who don't do that. And they may not be blessed with friends who do that. And I know that a day without anybody giving a shit, that's quite a tough day to deal with. And when those days pile up one after another, it can become a tad wearing. Now, there were nice things that we need to get to. Oh no, don't ask me about cycling. Don't ask me about cycling. The kitchen did get cleaned, Baddy Scrotter, in a rush this morning. We had to do a blitz all around the house because by the time Paul got his arse out of bed, in his kimono, went back to bed, had his breakfast in bed, I didn't really know what needed to be done. I'm just doing things that I think. And suddenly Paul says, gosh, we might have left this a bit late. And I said, I did say last night before we went to bed, shall we do a bit? Because last night, we weren't super late going to bed, but it was about 4 a.m., 3:30, 4, something like that. And I said, should we do a bit tonight? Because in the morning it's going to be, no, be fine. It'll be fine. So he went to bed. I went to bed. I'm looking forward to sleeping in a different bed. I'm incredibly grateful to be welcomed, to be the first non-family member to be welcomed into the house with no name, which is outrageous. That house needs a name, villa, whatever you want to call it. But there was a bit of leakage, and the posh bed it's 3 bedroom, 2 doubles and 1 twin. And I was in the double, and the posh bed was a tad compromised by a leaky roof. You know, these things happen. I had a leaky NETTY, and the posh bed has got the original bed that came with the house 7 years ago, and I was grateful for it, and I slept because I was incredibly knackered. But I'm kind of looking forward to sleeping in a slightly less decrepit bed, shall we say. I'm looking forward to that very much. But the kitchen did get cleaned. We want a community villa, and we want one now, says Jonathan. Well, you know me, that's the aim, isn't it? That is now the aim. You might get a community winter motorhome in Spain first, but absolutely the aim is for a community villa. I said that last night. And you've got to have stuff to aim towards, otherwise you don't make the effort. And I know you're not supposed to aim for things that are unachievable, but I don't consider it to be unachievable. I don't see why we can't have a community villa. I don't see why I can't make that happen if I'm in the right mind frame. I can see why I'm not going to stay awake very much longer. So we will go until past, darlings. And it is now 23 minutes past. 7 minutes left of this, and then eats and sleep is for me. And if you've got any sense, you'll stay up until 5 o'clock and drink copious quantities of doings. Oh, thank you again, Simply Drone. I'm really, really grateful for that. That was the £5 super duper thingy. And then Cairgorn gifted 5 memberships. Oh, and they went to, get ready. Thank you, Cairgorn. That's really, really kind. They went to Board Yo. Oh, that's a bit Irish. Claddagh Clare. Mike Turd. Sharon Cole, we recognise that. And Sally Ann Buck. Oh, bless you, Cairgorn. Really appreciate it. Massively appreciate the support. And welcome to 5 brand new, or returning, in one case at least, channel members. Enjoy the extra videos. Then Cairgorn quite rightly got a lot of love. Matron joined us, community matriarch, and of course owner operator of the community bosom. Then there were 1,000 birthday wishes heading towards P2P, again quite rightly. Oh, and then all sorts about everything also very kindly gifted a membership, and that membership ended up in the sweaty clutches of Stephen Knight. Stephen Knight, fantastic. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. Good evening, Emma Lemon of the eponymous YouTube channel, Emma Lemon. Good evening, Matron, whose daughter's birthday drinks it was yesterday, and Matron has got a raging hangover. Exactly, you can just about get a static caravan for 60k. You can get a beautiful villa in an amazing part of Spain. I knew nothing about this. I had no insight into this ahead of going out. All I knew is that Paul had been saying for ages, come out to the house. And I'm not sure why I didn't sooner. I think it was probably me. I mean, the bottom line is that, I mean, this is what happened. Paul has known me for a long time. He's a dear friend, and he just recognised that I needed something, so he made it happen. And this time, he didn't accept no for an answer. And that's an amazing thing, isn't it? That really is an amazing thing, and I will be forever grateful. And it's been a fabulous week. It's been a fabulous midweek, whatever you want to call it. But the thing is that what you would assume to be unachievable isn't. Somebody says to you, "Oh, I've got a villa in Spain. Yeah, go out there, blah, blah, blah. Keep my home there, blah, 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 blah." And you think, lovely, fantastic, you rich bastard. No. It's a lot of the people out there will earn less than a lot of you currently or in the future watching this. They just made different decisions. And that's interesting, isn't it? Spanish building regs, yeah, but if you buy somewhere that's already built, then that's not an issue, is it? Okay, whizzing through. Sherry! Hello, Sherry. Oh, you're here. Didn't expect you to be on. Tell me you didn't work tonight. Sherry, of course I worked tonight. I'm poor. I have to do these things. But I had 4 nights of not working, so yay me. I'm a lucky boy. Oh, is it Pauline's birthday as well? Is that today or soon or... Oh, yeah. Oh, looks like happy birthday, Pauline. And many, many, many happy returns, of course. Have a fabulous time, won't you? Okay, let's have a look at the... Oh, right. If you haven't said goodnight already, Community Villa, says Josh. Villas are expensive. Well, they're not. That's the thing. I mean, if any of you lot were handy, then I found one today or yesterday, that we could buy for £18,000 with a load of land. It needs a bit of work doing to it, admittedly, but we could do an RV design pet between us. Ah, the Jamesy boy, good night. The only reason, says All Sorts About Everything, that I gift a membership once a month is, why should I be the only one to suffer this, whatever it is? And you've got a point. Oh yeah, buying the Dacia, yeah. Oh, was there another one?
I'm now in a situation where I have to be quite quiet, so this will be a quiet one. But this is another birthday song for somebody else. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pauline. Pop, 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 pop. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Pauline. Hope you have a lovely day.
And I echo that sentiment. Right, time to start off. Pour the last of the wine. get a bit of supper down my neck and sod off, and then try and make sense of the rest of what's left of my life going forward from tomorrow. In your good company, of course. Right, well, let me say once again, and I can't say it often enough, a massive thank you to all of you for your company over the last 5, 6, 7 days. Well, the madness has been going on. And thank you for being here to welcome me back into the community bosom and indeed the sweet arms of Windy Bum. A massive thank you to everybody who did nice things tonight. I couldn't be more grateful. I really am. That's about it, really, isn't it? I mean, I'm so tired, I don't know what I'm saying. No idea what's going to happen going forward. We'll deal with that tomorrow. I probably need quite a bit of sleep. In the short term, I need that glass of wine, half a glass more, and a bit of curry. And then I'm just going to fall into my lovely, comfortable, non-squeaky bed and wake up and not see the mountains, and it's going to be a bit chilly, but what the hell? I've got ROGERBOTTY and the restaurant and NETTY and you lot, and we need to make plans for Monday. And don't forget, March the 22nd, Community Sunday Lunch in the Peak. March the 23rd, Mad Matlock Monday. And a live stream that will probably break what's left of the internet. Oh, that's very sweet, QWERTY Pumpkin, bless you. Campersol was fun. It was fun. We'll make some sense of it at some point going forward. Not much is going to make sense at this time of night. Right, let me wish, I've thanked you all. I thank you all again. And I send love. Happy birthday to those of you who are blessed with another anniversary of spending another year on this little spinning ball that can be so fabulous. Let me wish you all a safe and peaceful night and a good day and a good week end ahead. May it and they bring joy, may they bring pleasure. At the very least, please, may they be manageable. The candle will be relit tomorrow night. Same time, same place. It's going to be another short but sweet. Later, 11:30. Oh, that was good timing, wasn't it? Fucking hell. Hello.
Hello, I heard you swearing. Well, you can't go without interruption, can you?
Apparently not, no. How you doing, mate?
Doing all right, my mate. Good streams from Spain, by the way, apart from that hiccup with the last one.
What was that,
it's good. It's good to have you back.
Oh, bless you. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I only did it to interrupt you when you thought you were going to bed. You know what I mean?
I know. You are an unutterably evil, lovely bugger, so you are. I'll get my revenge. I'll get my revenge in 2 or 3 weeks from now. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's okay, because the car's fixed now anyway, so.
Oh, that's good news. Was it horrendously dear?
1,300.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Well, that's it. You have a car, you're always paying out, aren't you?
Well, you are, apparently. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
The money you spent on that sodding car. You've got the most valuable Peugeot 3008 on earth. But you okay, yeah?
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah.
Good lad. Good lad. And great timing. That was one of your best tonight. Credit where it's due. I hate you for it, but that was superb.
I know, but never mind. I'll let you get to bed now, Jason.
All right, bud. See you tomorrow night. Hopefully, you take care. Have a good day tomorrow.
Okay. Good night.
You can't fault him. That was superb timing. And now I'm going to sod off before anybody else. Where did I get to? Candle tomorrow night, 11:30, blah, blah, blah. And I just want to send huge amounts of love to all of you. You mean the absolute world to me, and I just don't always know how to say it. And I'm sorry I can't say it better, but I hope you know. So I can't wait to see you tomorrow. And yeah, until then, all the love in the world from me. And on that note, Pachoo, and indeed, oh yes, bosh. Good night, darlings. See you tomorrow. Much love.